I tell family stories. That means sooner or later it's time to work on the final chapter of somebody's story, a eulogy or a memorial. And I've developed sort of a personal system for this, but that system goes right out the window when the loss is very personal. Like this summer when we lost Derek. Derek was the teenage dad of my very first grandbaby. It was my daughter's first love, his mother's first child, and he was only 40. So this time, I kind of went into shock, and you never know how you'll react when you're in shock. Normally, I'm your standard issue, distracted friend. I'm well-meaning, but I'm kind of forgetful. But for a few weeks this summer, I became intensely supportive. Friends and workmates were just desperate to be ignored. I think I hovered because I was worried about my granddaughter who just lost her dad, and I couldn't be right there where she was, watching over her and fixing things for her, so I watched out for anybody. Random strangers, I'm here to take care of you. My cousin Kate was a grief counselor for many years, so I called to see if my conclusion seems reasonable. So I was like, life is short. I have not been taking care of people properly. And I was low on sleep, and I was drinking too much coffee. I was just driving people crazy.
Yeah, okay. So, there's defense mechanisms. And one of my favorites is the use of humor, which you're good at, I'm good at. And it's one of the more benign defense mechanisms.
And the hovering?
What I call that is the world salvation technique. So for some people, what they'll do is, like it's usually a parent or grandparent or aunt or uncle, they'll start a foundation and they'll put hours and tons of time and thought into it.
When I can't help but hover, sweet pea, just take cover.
As the shock wore off, it became clear that this is what I needed to write about, hovering. After that, I started scribbling down my thoughts. I'm not trying to tell the story of his whole life, just my slice, just the part I know, so I need to figure out what that is. I started looking through photos on Facebook, and there he was at age 18, and that gave me my opening line. The first time my daughter brought Derek by the house, I thought, well, okay, he seems like a sweet boy, and he speaks in full sentences. He came by again, and his next sentence was a doozy. So, how would you like to be a grandmother?
You were born on a rainy, stormy day. He was there, but I thought he might faint. He watched you grow.
That one memory dislodged so many others. Her birth, his first attempts at changing diapers, his cooking, his messy kitchen afterwards, the way he looked at her, so proud. And of course, his method of transportation. They lived nearby, and he drove this little green VW he rescued from somewhere. It smelled like old gym socks. And he could fix just about anything, but not the seat of that car. So when he drove, it looked like he was reclining in a lounge chair. And talk about loud. Every night when I heard that put-put-put, I could stop hovering because I knew Derek was home. That feels like the key. My slice of the story is this one thing, his role as her dad. At the baby's birth, he did well at first, but near the end, I looked up and noticed his pale face and wobbling knees. His mother was holding him up. She calls him D, just D. She's been posting pictures online every few days. As she posts more memories and other people add theirs, it becomes easier for me to remember mine.
The summer sun, the water spray. He taught you how to ski that day.
That teenage relationship between him and my daughter, it didn't last, and when she got older, my granddaughter moved in with Derek. So now I can layer on more memories, how she learned to drive, water ski, graduated from high school and college, how Derek always opened his home to us whenever we visited, and how he was still great at fixing things, except, buddy, the lint trap in your dryer. Why not empty the lint trap? This high school feeling was a lot like when she was little. We didn't worry about her because we knew Derek was home. And so far so good. But now what? Now he's gone, and I guess this is where you're supposed to say something, I don't know, spiritual and expected, like, Derek is looking down on her now, or Derek is at his final resting place. I'm not making fun of these ideas, but they don't give me comfort right now. What does? Sometime in the last few weeks, I came to the realization that my grandbaby is going to be okay. So when was that and how did it happen? Derek's urn arrived and it was cracked. The funeral home said, "Oh, we'll fix it." But when she got it home, full of ashes, my granddaughter discovered a leak. Ashes were falling out the bottom. And I said, "So are you going to take them back and make them fix it?" And she said, "Are you kidding? They can't be trusted." So she went out to the internet and she looked it up and she found out they used the wrong kind of glue for this kind of urn. And she went to the store. She got the correct kind of glue. She fixed them herself. Thank you very much. And it was at that moment that I thought, she's not okay, but she's going to be okay.
It's going to be okay.
That's when I started to relax. Is that weird? Is that?
No, she's, to me, she seems to have great resilience because she's actually given a message here that in handling his remains, she's handling his death, or his, as I would like to say, she's handling his new manifestation.
She goes, "Well, it's kind of funny. Usually Dad would fix things like that, but now I needed to fix it." Dee, did you hear that? Your girl fixed your urn.
His memory shines through all these years. He gave you love and calmed your fears. His spirit's strong and he's with you.
The other night, I looked at her DNA results on Ancestry.com, and there it was in a simple scientific chart. Derek, my daughter, my granddaughter, all connected. He isn't just a memory. His very code is woven into hers. She's her own person, but she carries his echoes. She is sweet. She speaks in full sentences. When we visit, she opens her home. She calls. She cleans kitchens. She empties lint traps. And every time she fixes something, I'm pretty sure she's going to remember him. The answer's right here on the screen. He's in her, and I can relax because wherever she is, Dee is there too. And that's it. That's my ending. It's the realization that let me stop hovering, and honestly, while every final story is as unique as the person it honors, the basic ingredients for sharing it are all very similar. You pull people in with something specific and concrete. You take them on a memory tour using quirky, heartfelt details like the putt-putt of a car or the broken urn. And you close by connecting to the simple truth that shows up at the end, like how she'll remember him every time she fixes something. If you tuned in, maybe you're working on a eulogy or a memorial. I know it's hard, especially if you're like me and you feel shy about reaching out for those stories. Give yourself some space and give yourself some grace. The key is to collect those moments. If you have photos, pull them out. Call and talk to other people. Just push through the hesitation. It's worth it, and that can help you remember too. Sometimes it helps to dictate into your phone while you go for a walk, and then set it aside for a few hours, and then come back fresh. And once you've collected those memories, you can shape them into online memory collections or notes for spoken remembrances at the end of a service, or a eulogy if somebody asks you to deliver one of those at the official ceremony.
Your father, your mother, your brother, my parents, they haven't changed because they died. You know, I've changed some because they've died, because of the way that I had to rearrange things. No more fixer. My dad fixed everything, you know, for me. And, I had to figure out some other way to do that. And we do. We do.
Find your grace in his smiling face. In this world you'll find your place. It's gonna be hard to let you go when I can't help but hover. Sweet pea, just take cover.